Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am Game Master Bloodworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today is RPGaDay 2024, Day 6, and today's prompt is ease to use, or easy to use. So my primary selection for this is Dungeons and Dragons BECMI. So I call it BECMI. Primarily where I'm going to focus on just the basic and the expert rules. That's these two books here, and I will spend some time going over just going over each of them in a little bit of detail. But I was also asked if I could do kind of like my top five, or at least give some additional examples of game systems that are very easy to use. And I wanted to hit different genres as well. So I will be doing that. However, I think that Dungeons and Dragons BECMI is certainly the basic and expert booklets are the best to introduce a new player to tabletop role playing in general, and of course to Dungeons and Dragons a little bit more specifically. So, without further ado, let me shift views here. And this by far is one of my favorite, and you can see the picture down over here is last January I actually played in Frank Metzner's game, and got him to autograph. All right, I got him to sign both of my copies of the basic and the expert. He will be at Philadelphia Area Game Expo again this upcoming January, and I will make sure to get him to sign the rest of the series. All right, so I do have the Companion, the Masters, and the Immortals. So I will bring those along with me to have him sign all of them. That way, I have his signature across the board. But it was really phenomenal to meet him in person, and when I talk about this book as being the best introduction, um, you have all of the character creations. You're limiting the players to just focusing on levels 1 through 3, and I think that's really, really important to do because now you don't have your players looking forward through the rule book to see, well, where is their character going to be for levels, 4, 5, 9, 12, whatever. They're just focusing on learning the game system and developing their character from levels basically 0 to 3 for this one. And then once they become very familiar with it and uh, they've gone through levels 1 through 3, let's say. Now you'll go to this one here, and this will take them from levels 4 through, I believe, 14. So 4 through 14, and it's been my experience that running a campaign from levels 1 through 10 or 12 or even 14 is something that's going to take you, roughly 2 years, if not a little bit longer than that, especially if you start pushing much beyond level 10. And so you're dealing with a very, very long campaign. But the way that this game system of Dungeons and Dragons 1983 BECMI uh, progressively brings the characters through the various levels, and they only have to focus on what the particular book that they're using actually covers. um, it just makes it so much easier for them to pick up on any new expanded rules and to move forward and to continue developing their character along the lines of that. So my first choice is Dungeons and Dragons BCE BECMI. I'll call it BECMI. Um, Certainly the basic and expert. booklets. Now, as far as other alternatives, I wanted to mix up genres a little bit, and actually, both of these are from Mark Hunt and or Mark A. Hunt, and so I have Tall Tales, which is basically BX, right? But it's a, it is the Wild West, the BX fantasy adventure game, and so your general rules conventions that are in BECMI, you now find here in a Western. So this is much more advanced as far as cleaner gameplay than was Boot Hill, TSR's Boot Hill. So this is definitely an improvement upon what was in Boot Hill, and yet it still conforms to all of the game mechanic conventions of D&D BX. All right, so that's a different genre. All right, so Tall Tales, Wild West BX fantasy adventure game. Then we have Gangbusters BX. Now, there was just an announcement that the second edition of this is now going to be published by Wizard Tower Games, and really looking forward to that. And I believe that is due to come out sometime in April. So really looking forward to it. But this here is the TSR Gangbusters, then turn to the BX rule system as well. So you just have another opportunity, and this is very, very cheap to pick up as well. So you could still get copies of this on Drive-Thru RPG, and then you'll get the you can get the soft cover right from there. So this here is really very, very good for your gangbusters style adventuring. I actually have one of my best-selling products on Drive-Thru RPG is an adventure for Gangbusters BX, and I've been running it at conventions. And it is a game system and game that I am running at my upcoming conventions, including January's Page 2. So really looking forward to that as well. I'm running this as early as September. And this will probably be the last year that I will be running Gangbusters BX, and I will move on to running the same adventure, uh, making it have the next step forward using the second edition of this. So really looking forward to when that comes out as well. So, and there are many, many other easy to use game systems out there. Again, my number one is always D&D 1983, Basic and Expert. And then there are many, many others out there that you'll find that are very easy to use as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You all have a great one. Enjoy the rest of your week. And as always, I look forward to seeing you on the gaming screen or at a convention sometime soon. My September convention, which is ShireCon, has just opened up ticket sales last night. So I will check on later on and see how my games are filling up, and games are already filling up at Page 2. So and that is in January. So look forward to seeing those conventions that I am running games in, and I will be playing some games in them as well. And I look forward to seeing you at those. So you'll have a great rest of your day, and take care.